Hello guys, welcome back to Time of the Whovians United, and Doctor Who is back. So this is our review of Spyfall Part 1, and the big question is, did it fail? Like, was it good? Was it bad? Was it better than Series 11? Here today I am with practically almost all the members except for Jack.
Apart from Jack.
Jack in Australia.
There was an Australian scene, so he probably
He didn't even make the review, you know.
God, disappointing.
So Corey, tell us your initial thoughts.
I am happy. I am really, really, really happy. I'm excited. I know it's a big, bold move, which we're going to talk about later on, but that particular move I'm talking about got me excited. So at the moment, I feel excited.
Okay, this is going to be a bit of a controversial opinion, but I didn't like it. I'm just going to be completely honest. I really didn't like it. I think that Chibnall's writing, I mean, there were some parts of the episode where I was like, oh, it's gotten better. And then he was like, no, I'm going to ruin it. And also the music was one of the best parts of the last series, in my opinion. And now, like, what the hell is going on with Segan Akinona's music in this episode? I believe that's how you pronounce his name, but I could be wrong. Also, in regards to the twist at the end, which I believe we are going to talk about later, of course, in much more detail, I liked it. But the thing is, why is the Master back so soon? And yeah, or whatever.
And George, your opinion, please? I'm sure all the viewers are really eager to hear what you have to say after what you thought.
After you didn't like Series 11.
You didn't like it, so please tell us. What did you think?
Literally, I called Corey about 15 minutes after the episode, and he's shocked because I actually found it enjoyable. Because I really hate Series 11. I like Corey's been listening for
Agreed.
a whole year.
Agreed, we know this.
So anyways, I thought it was enjoyable. There were moments that I actually looked at the clock because there were moments I did get bored. But there were scenes that I really got engaged. I thought, am I dreaming? Is it good? I mean, it has problems like dialogue and Ryan's performance and stuff. But
yeah,
I thought it was good.
Yeah, well.
And there were two moments where like they were talking about the Doctor being a woman, obviously they have to shove it in our mouths. But
yeah, no, I didn't like those bits. Those were a bit forced. I feel.
You know
I
what?
cringed at those bits.
Line, maybe, yeah.
My dad actually likes it. When what's his name?
If he's read the records, then surely he knows that the Doctor is able to regenerate, and he knows that she can change gender.
It's a fair point. It's a very fair point.
Yeah, that's what.
You know, what's his name? The guy from the beginning.
Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry.
My dad, when he died, my dad said, "Is that it? Was he only in that for that long?"
Yeah, I was really disappointed. I was like, "Oh no, Stephen Fry."
He was doing really well. He was doing really well up to that point. I'll admit. Would have been nice to see a bit more of him.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see more of him. I agree with that.
He would have done. Yeah.
I think they just wasted him. Like literally and metaphorically.
I like the pre-titles. I think that just represents giving them some character.
Really built it really well.
Yeah,
really,
I forgot. I had heard before this episode aired, of course, that there was going to be a cold open, and I was like, oh, that's interesting, and I forgot. And so when the sort of like the pre-titles ended and the Doctor Who theme kicked in, I was like, that is Doctor Who. Love it. Brilliant. I'm in. And then the rest of the episode
really
severely
shows
disappointed me.
The danger was there. The danger was there. It showed us what's going to happen. It really picked up the pace straight away from the off. I like that bit. It was good. It was really good.
It was really good as well. But also, I said this a few minutes ago to Farren, that why is Ryan wearing random clothes playing basketball?
Yeah, like his attire in that scene is not appropriate for basketball at all in any way.
But, you know, Jim was like, no, we need the plot. That's why.
We need him in
I do like
quite dressy clothes. God.
We do. I like how we see all the companions, and then at the very end we see those spy people. I think that was a great introduction of the plot. And like, okay, they want him for some reason. Yes. I do feel like with Yaz, obviously, she's basically a brick wall in Series 11, and I still feel there is hope. Yeah. I could see something like, okay.
Yeah, there were glimmers of character development there, but the thing is, there were only glimmers. And like, I do think that her performance overall, like as a whole, is a lot better in this episode than it was in Series 11. But I do feel like that's because she has more to work with. like Chibnall obviously realised we haven't given her enough development, so we need to develop her character a bit more.
I think we should obviously just talk about the villain. Well, not at the very end, but like those ghosts, whatever you call them. From
Yeah, what the hell were they? I don't remember. Did they have a name? Or
No, they didn't give him a name. No, we've no
they
idea.
didn't have a name. Right, okay.
I don't know what to
they're
call them.
from beyond the universe. They're beyond the universe.
That reminded me of the Doctor's wife. Just gonna say,
We don't know.
And also, they said like, didn't they mention like multiple Earths? I was like, this is
Yeah.
the Flash. You are using the word crisis heavily, and you're referencing a multiverse. Are we sure I'm not watching the
I'm
Flash?
getting multiverse vibes here, definitely.
Yeah. My favourite part of the episode was where Yaz almost died.
Same. I was smiling. I was like,
yes.
But you do know, like, you basically watched the trailer, so you know she's going to be alive. So that
I was like, I was thinking to myself in my head, I was like, did they just kill her off, or is she fine? I was thinking of the trailer, and I was like, are there moments in the trailer?
Never gonna happen that early. Never gonna happen that early.
Is it just me? I mean, Magician Apprentice.
But
no, is it just me, or when she got back from that world and then she teleported to Australia, I generally thought that ghost was her, but like in her form, her body. So,
yeah. Also, no.
Maybe
When I saw
is.
the outline of the ghost, like it sort of looked like he had a hat and a coat on, and I was like, bloody hell, is that Tom Baker? that was my first thought. I was like, are we sure this isn't Tom Baker? Like, it could be. Who knows? God. Who knows, eh? There's the Doctor reference for you.
When Doctor Who was fairly good.
When Doctor Who was good. I miss Stephen Moffat.
We get a free dislike for that. How dare you?
I miss Stephen Moffat. God.
I remember it's been 10 years since David Tennant left.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that 10 years later that we would get a Spyfall episode? Who
would have thought the Doctor Who would have fallen so low? God.
Not that low. Not that low.
Come on, it's pretty low. I mean, just my opinion. I really didn't like it, but whatever.
I wouldn't even say I was in the middle because I really enjoyed it, but I feel like after a second watch and listen to other people, I feel like
I am going to watch it again. I'm going to watch it again because it is one of those episodes where I was like, I need to watch it again to really establish my thoughts on this episode. Like, I mean, Series 11, all the episodes in that series, I only watched once because I could not stand them. I was like, I can't watch these again. Apart from One New Fell to Earth, I did watch that one twice. But that's like
at least that's an improvement.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But I think it's one of those things where I'm like, I didn't like it, but I do want to watch it again just to clarify my opinion, if that makes sense.
Spoiler alert, the Master dude. Corey's broken because I spoiled the jokes. But he talks about there's loads of pieces of papers. But that made me think, if he only saw her once.
Yeah, how does he know so much about her?
And have loads of information. And actually, one big question. If the Doctor has seen that guy before, which incarnation saw that?
Good question.
Yeah, because he did say when she was a man. So was it Peter Capaldi? Was it Matt Smith? Was it Tom Baker? Was it William Hartnell? Was it Colin Baker? Could have been Colin Baker. Who knows?
I think we should just get like this out there. What's your opinion on the Master return?
Okay, wait, my opinion or Corey's? First?
We'll let you go first. I think yours is the biggest.
I'll go first. Mine is the most interesting, I think. Okay, I'm just gonna put it out there. When the Master, when the guy was like, "Oh, Spy Master," I was like, that is the worst piece of dialogue I have ever heard in Doctor Who. But the Master's back. Focus on that, Farren. So my reaction initially was, what? Like, why? Why bring the Master back so soon? Because obviously, like, you think about the end of time, and the Master came back for that, and then they gave him a break. He wasn't in the Matt Smith era at all. So that was a good 3 years. And then Series 8 came back, Missy, like it, okay? He had a solid break. I think the Master is a villain that you can't do too often, because if you do, he will get stale. So I think bringing him back this soon is a bit of a mistake. However, I did feel like his performance at the end was very John Sim. It also reminded me of Eric Roberts in a weird way. Like, I always dress for the occasion in the cringy dialogue. Reminded me of that. So but the thing is, I'm just like, why is my biggest question. What was going through Chibnall's head? I feel like after everybody was like, why were there no classic monsters in Series 11? What he's thought in his head, he's thought, okay, classic villains equals good storytelling. When no, that's not really the case. And I do think that's something that he needs to learn. But hey, that's just my 2 cents on the matter. Corey, what did you think of it?
I'll go next. I'm excited. It's the Master. Whenever the Master returns in whatever way it is, I'm gonna always be excited because it's the Master. And I don't really care how he came back. Yeah, when we know Missy died at the end of Dr. Falls, I don't really care how they're going to bring them back, because we know from the very beginning with the Master always returns. He always survives. That's the reason. He just does. The Master always does, because he just does.
I don't know
why.
I must say, I don't need an explanation as to why he's back. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. It's the Master.
Because that's the Master's thing.
Yeah, it's the Master now. I think it's a bold move because it's quite soon. As we know, the Master's always had pretty long breaks. So for me to bring him back so early is what has amazed me. But I'm just gonna go. You know what? They're bringing the Master back. That's it. It's happened. I'm excited. I'm happy with it because it definitely does ring that John Sim. Because he did say, like I said, I am the Master, the spy master. Very John Sim sort of dialogue. But I loved about him. It's a bit of a mix of John Sim and classic Doctor. As you noticed, that little thing with the actual guy in the in the box that's what the Master used to do. It's a little bit of fun. His little trick was to miniaturize people and kill them. He thought it was funny. So it's kind of being classic Master with a bit of a John Sim version. I think they're being serious. If they're going to that level of Master, they're being serious with this. So it's going to be a big thing. So yeah, he's back. Yeah, it's maybe a bit too soon, perhaps. I was surprised. I saw that Sasha Darwin was rumoured to be the Master. I thought I'll ignore that because it could be anybody. But even though it's quite soon, I'm surprised. I'm excited. I'm intrigued to see what they do with him. So I'm hopeful. I'm happy with him. What about you, George? What do you think?
Well played. Well bloody played. Like, I think his acting is great. But yeah, I thought it was great. Yeah, the Master's back, and I like the fact we had a bloody Wizard of Oz reference. The house, and I thought, did he make this all an illusion? Was those 2 FBI people fake or something? And
you see,
that house could have been his TARDIS.
It could have been his TARDIS. When he said at the end, everything isn't real, or whatever he was said. We were saying, imagine if the Master isn't actually the Master. It probably is the Master, but imagine if it wasn't the Master. It probably is the Master.
But let's say, I mean, it is the Master, isn't it? I mean, the episode's going to air on Sunday. It's not going to be the Master.
It did say forget everything that you know, but it probably is the Master. It's got to be. You can't just fake the Master.
It's almost definitely the Master. You can't just say, "Oh, I'm the Master," and then be like, "No, I'm not the Master." Yeah.
Oh dear. But the thing is that we were saying though, with the Lenny Henry guy, they were saying that how can he fit? How he must be real, because they were saying that he's got 93% alien DNA, and so how can he not be real? They've got records of him throughout his life. That is what Harold Saxon did. He created his own personality, his own life that people believe.
That's a very good point.
It's a bit weird that, because him doing that would make you think maybe Lenny Henry's the Master, but he's saying he's the Master, so perhaps maybe Lenny Henry guy could be somebody that the Master has engineered himself with the same sort of ideal what he did back in when he did it. I don't know. It's just a bit weird how Lenny Henry did the same thing potentially. Couldn't it? Obviously, we don't know that it's all a lie, but it's kind of when they were saying it's possible. How can he possibly not exist when we've got all this history documented very well? And it's a bit weird, but a bit of a little connection there. Who knows? It might be important for next part, maybe.
Oh, I just got one question. Lenny Henry, I think that's his name. His real name.
Daniel Morton.
Yeah.
How did he leave the plane?
Yeah, maybe it was a different plane. Maybe they pulled a Rise of Skywalker. Spoilers for Rise of Skywalker, but
I don't get
that thing that Ray shot.
Could have been a hologram. Did they see him enter the plane? Did they see him enter the plane? Maybe.
I don't think they did. No, he could have been in a different plane. That was my theory. Or maybe it was a hologram.
Hologram.
Maybe it was a transmat beam.
Could have been just one of those. Could be one of those things.
I'm sure it will be explained next week.
It will be. Yeah, it will be.
Although it might not be. Who knows?
Probably.
So I think we should go to the last question. Basically the title of the video. Did it fail? Because Series 11 was something. So Corey.
It certainly was something. God.
Corey, was it a failure?
Absolutely not. No way was it a failure. It has passed the test. It is better than anything I thought. I think it's better than the majority of Series 11. So in short, no, it did not fail. It did good.
Yes, it did fail, in my opinion. Honestly, like there were glimmers of hope. I was so hopeful for this episode because I was like, hopefully Chibnall has learned his lessons. Hopefully he's put some effort into this. But no, Chris Chibnall clearly doesn't know what the word effort means. So, because honestly, this is some of the laziest writing I've ever seen in a Doctor Who episode. There were glimmers of hope. There were moments of, oh, that's interesting. Oh, that character's being developed. That's pretty cool. And then immediately after, there's a joke where Jodie goes, snap. And
I cringed at that.
What the hell are you doing?
It was cringy but funny, but it was mostly cringy.
But the thing is, I was like, oh, Jodie's playing the Doctor quite seriously, because one of my biggest issues with Series 11 is that Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor seems incredibly dumb. Like, she doesn't seem smart at all. Like, she has no common sense. And I was like, that is my biggest problem, because the Doctor needs to have common sense, because the Doctor's smart. Yeah?
Yeah. You watched Midnight and he said, I'm the cleverest man in the room.
I mean, and he was, clearly. But, like, in that episode anyway. And then there were moments in this episode for, like, the first half an hour. I was like, oh, my God, she's playing the role a bit more seriously. I like it. Keep it like that. This is what the Doctor should be like. But then, no, she goes, snap. And immediately I was like, no, Chibnall hasn't learned a thing. And that was the turning point, I think, was that moment where they just immediately, like, they played this James Bond style music, and it was just like, what the hell is going on? That music.
I did actually think it was going to be some form of Doctor Who remake of the theme, because it kind of did go, and
there was a part of me that felt like this is a James Bond spoof in some parts. And the thing is, like, the music where, like, it felt like royalty-free, like, spy music that you'd find on YouTube. And I was like, no, this is awful. And the dialogue as well was just, like, the dialogue throughout the episode wasn't that good. I mean, Chibnall's definitely not known for his good dialogue, but he needs to learn. He needs to leave or he needs to learn. But yeah,
Graham's one-liners was legendary. Come on, you got to say his one-liners. Graham.
But the thing is,
no one listens to me. She never listens to me.
Tonal inconsistencies, though, like somebody died, and then he was like, "Oh, but we almost died," and then they were about to die, and the master guy just went, "Oh, are you gonna do a running commentary?" I was like, "Why are you making jokes in this serious situation?" Again, going back to Midnight, which is an episode that I watched earlier today before this episode aired. I was like, this is really good because the tone is really serious, and it's really, like, in the serious moments, they don't compromise that with a joke. And
the only thing that joke that actually works well is when Jeffro said, "Hey, my name's Jeffro." But
yes, that was like, because he's a kid, and that makes sense. That was character. That was a character trait, though. The thing is, you can argue that this is a character trait, sure, but in my opinion, it was just tonal inconsistencies, and it's just lazy writing. Like, yeah. I mean, there were some parts of it where I was like, yes, this is scary, and I like it, and it's a bit tense, and it's Doctor Who, and then it just ruined it by going, snap, and I was like, crap. I know I'm going back to that moment, but it was really stupid. And obviously that wasn't the only stupid moment in my opinion, but it was the moment that really stood out to me as, like, this is really bad dialogue. So, yeah, I don't like the episode. I mean, I hope it gets better, but it probably won't, but whatever.
So, George, did it pass the test for you?
Oh,
do you think did it fail, or did it
I'm not going to go talk too much, but there were moments that I cringed. Obviously, I'm going to compare. So I love the Graham and Ryan. Like, that's my grandson. I knew I was going to post that on the group chat saying, "This is Corey and me." That makes sense. And then straight after,
that's my grandson.
Thank you.
And then straight after, you get boom, snap. And I didn't realise
like,
it
good
until
character moments compromised. Like, yeah.
it's like there were moments like obviously I know the fish is important, but like there's a serious moment, then boom, you have to scram a joke in it, it just ruins that.
Yeah. Like that thing with Graham and Ryan where they were in the casino. He's like, "That's my grandson." I was like, "That's a nice little character moment. I like it." And then it was ruined by going, "Oh snap!"
Oh snap! Literally, is that our new thing when something bad happens? Like character development.
I'm gonna edit. Like when Thanos snaps in Infinity War, I'm gonna edit Jodie going snap over that.
Yeah, and then the whole Doctor community is just like
oh god.
I don't feel so. No. Anyways, I generally thought it was good. There were moments that I feel like I know it's a bit different with Farren, but there were moments that I feel like Chibnall has learned, obviously Yaz and stuff, and I think it was quite good. The Master, I didn't realise. I don't think it was a failure. I'm not as passionate as Corey, and I don't hate it as much as Farren. I won't even say I'm in the middle. I'm leaning to.
I don't think anybody hates it as much as me.
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously, we're not going to do a
more
ranking.
Or less, you're in the middle.
But it's weird saying that because last year I hated series. Well, yeah, last.
Oh boy, you did. Oh boy, you did.
Yep. I mean, I did as well.
But yeah, I thought it was good. Anyways, make sure to watch our part 2 review, probably released on Monday. Tell us what you think in the comments below, because literally you're going to agree with us with one of our opinions if you like or hate it. Don't just be honest, because Corey and Farren are very honest people, as you can clearly tell.
Yep.
So anyway, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We're at this point in time where we're recording, we're almost at 700 subscribers. So
yes, please subscribe. Help us get to that milestone. It would be amazing for you.
Much appreciated.
Please do that, please.
Please subscribe.
Anyways, it's Spyfall.
Shut up! I hate the title.
Okay, how are we gonna end? Okay, I'm gonna say one word, and then I'm gonna click the video off in 3, 2, 1. Snap!